Obi here, I want to put on record before I say anything.
Okay.
My personal view is that the government of the day is responsible for the performance of the city. Let's put it on record. Say me, I don't hold that position. My position is that but Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia didn't seek to take any credit from the government. What he sought to do was to simply state the facts, which Honorable Edward Kasa any or more matters on one case. Obi and what disputes are facts. Obi, in the year 2021, and on my way, led by Governor now, say or Ekono, Dr. Addison, launch of domestic gold purchase program. And let me put this education across. Domestic exchange gold purchase program. No, gold for oil, just a subset of it. Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, any governor, any Bank of Ghana, they decided to say, embrace so say, Jessica no. When him say we are for the £80 now what they was because of gold reserves of war. What the gold reserves does is that it gives confidence to be or no daily be say, no say emergency be banner crisis be ba who ba die bia we to be gina so e dey solve. It's Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia any Bank of Ghana decided to say, embrace say Ghana, you better build your gold reserves no akoso. And this was in June 2017. In fact, let me give you this record, which is a very, very important record.
Yes.
Since independence, as at May 2023, now the total quantity of gold reserves of mine we 8.7 tons from independence. Ebepim 2023, 8.7 tons. And I'll be take note of the figures. Meme Metranka say na collaboration. Fact 8.7 tons. And I buy way at the gold purchase program here day. Buy as at December 2024. Ye fi abay muno. Now gold purchase program na Ghana. Your gold reserves no ako 30.5 tons. OBTO 8.7 tons to 30.5 tons. It is a Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia et say Omampeni John Dramani Mahama Babeka, and in dollar terms and so no your reserves no move $9 billion. $9 billion. It is a Obiko Bisa Omampeni John Dramani Mahama say and then nama as a city now who didn't not a president and Ankasa Biana no say because you back your currency no with about $10.6 billion of reserves. Intina Masi did not cost Obi in 4 months in your build $10.6 billion. No? Exactly. And all Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia has done was to simply state the fact, which you can't dispute. The fact of the matter is that as of December 2024, no my way reserves near 9 billion. It is a say a reserves number you see the Nakosro. That's a reserves no 10.6 billion there. And Obi, is it false when somebody say the previous government contributed hugely to our reserves that we have? And your fact. Obi, Otiana Oka say a go down moton. Huh? As at the time I in your friend is saying 2024. Now your gold reserves are you create 30.5 tons. As I speak to you, your gold reserve are barely 31 tons. In the end this year buying your gold no almost far more than 0.8 tons crank here. It is a worker say your reserves no any gold no and a massive na what they are doing akosro. Now so be catch say oh when you a binder than a deal because on building reserves na obi wakaboni.
But the argument had also been made say there is the building your gold reserve. And also selling gold for forex.
I'm coming to that. So the fact is that you haven't built it.
Yeah, with the gold.
Yes,
sure.
And as at 10.6 billion. So the fact is that I buy that Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia people are buying 9 billion.
Yes.
So a fact.
Those are facts.
Debate here. Don't forget, I've already indicated. I'm not taking any credit because SIA yadebabo into a many problem.
Yes.
But you see, there are certain things that we need to discuss. And see you view no. Need discuss it. Otherwise, by the time I didn't Obi, what is happening to the city now? You say artificial, abnormal. When currencies are strengthening, they don't strengthen in this manner. And straight away, no, Obi or ten change or economics as CBN himself no. what adeɛ no yɛde lagatin bi yɛde what currency no. There is no problem. There are four things happening here. Oh, me patcho. There are four things happening here. One, the fact that the dollar is already struggling against all currencies across the world. But I don't put the factor chain. The second thing is that international reserves na yewono. It's 10.6 billion now. It's a major factor. Major factor. Because what the reserves does is that it gives confidence to everybody. Then the third one, your gold reserves. Now, discuss it. Because now what is happening is that gold now can say you turn the building reserves. You discuss so bad. You first cannot go to near pumping in our system until we have oversupply of the dollar, which is artificial. It is artificial because any real sectors and I had this kind of day on my nakasa na sheda fa gold no ene akoton dollar ne ba and can say the building your reserves so don't make sure say you be invest in the real sectors of the economy na eno ankasa etumi are regenerating no you ba na ehwie raw dollar cash no akọ system nim enti enya oversupply of the dollar. There's nothing wrong because in the immediate short term right now no it is having an impact, but we don't forget that we have been here before. You remember the first quarter of 2023. In fact, dollar ne buy be do by 8 cedis around March thereabouts. You remember? You remember last year, even last year 2024, as at May somewhere 13, 14. Now dollar number maybe an MCCA 13 cedis, 12 cedis. So we've been here before. So when you artificially engineer, say artificially we engineer wo currency now, and so we dream say the long term effects, you know, ebeba. The way a drop you know, sa pepe, and I say wuti ankwanko ye a ebetumi asa eden afra kosoro. And I'll tell you something. As we speak, oh Mr. don't do that. As we speak, when you say buying is not spending zero, no MDA has received any spending on their budget allocation. Your 5th month of the year. So already, you know, it means that who said exchange rate supply and demand.
Yes.
And see, scarcity any system, no see the nuclear be new. No be credible because of the copper dollar in the first place. And because of what the government is doing, you know, there's some of the long-term effects, and they say, yeah, export sector no will suffer because and they Ghana for ye niama ye krefi Ghana ko abrochire no, baby the dollar na to bia no, ne bo be de yam omododo. So they will begin to look for alternatives. And why is it become expensive? It has become expensive because the government has decided to artificially engineer the free fall and also the strength of the city by simply taking gold, selling it, and pushing it into the, but you can't do that forever.
But if a function of demand and supply, and they have a way or a model to constantly have enough dollars,
you can't do that forever. This is how promoting galam say. No, this is how promoting galam say. I am telling you that until you are buying illegal gold from the galamseyers, you cannot sustain it. I'm telling you, Pamako baby.
But you can buy gold from small.
Obi. Just encourage galamsey. And I unim. Oh yes, don't forget that yes, you are killing your export sector. Killing your export sector. You are not investing in the real sector of the economy, services, agriculture, industry, exports. But I don't know what the long-term sustainable effect. In the long term now, Federal will say, okay, baby, Bruno, mean to me, the beyond $5 and pump it artificially. Into I me call back. Now me call investment when the economy now because don't forget, say when the export suffers, you are going to have job losses. Companies are going to shut down, and we're not seeing effect on the other side. And this has happened to them not because of generic and also organic turnaround of the economy. At all, simply because one are artificial, why they were engineer. Many problem. I am only saying, say, whilst we are discussing the free fall of the city, no, they are fit for Kano is the fact. Because Obi, as we speak, you will get to a point whether you like it or not. Just say, we go to a real sector and now go grow a real sector. No? And when you start doing those things and you're not getting gold, the quantities freely now be pumping into the system, reality will now come to play, and the currency would suffer again. And the bigger problem, they say, at the time a currency will begin to suffer, no, because what's starving real sector of the economy, no, almost ready yet. And then everybody will suffer. I don't have a problem. I don't take any credits from the NDC. They are in government. Can you do me say omo? It is $1 no. See the new koya yomo. But omo yeno. Mesromo. Omo kai say the long-term sustainability of the country's economy is important and is crucial. They should not forget that.